Let's check out Julius Randle's highlights versus Tennessee, which is a classic Randle game as both his strengths and weaknesses were on full display. We'll start with his defensive highlights, where he shows decent potential as a man-to-man defender, but has poor instincts and awareness as a team defender. Here his man Maimon tries to back him down, but Randle does a solid job holding his ground and forces a tough shot that misses. On this play, Willie Cauley-Stein rotates to Randle's man Maimon, and Randle needs to rotate to Stokes under the hoop, but he fails to recognize this nearly in time and just watches as Stokes slams home a dunk, and then Calipari starts yelling at Randle, and Randle starts making excuses. Here, Willie Cauley-Stein picks up Randle's man Maimon, which leaves Stokes wide open underneath the hoop, but Randle doesn't nearly recognize this in time, and he has to hurry back and foul, and Stokes gets free throws. That is a lapse by both players. Here, Randle just watches as Tennessee gets a wide open layup underneath the rim. You can see on the replay Randle's sole responsibility is to protect the rim here, but he doesn't recognize what's going on until the ball's already going through the hoop. That is awful awareness. Here he just lets Maimon get inside position on him, and Kentucky has to foul, and Maimon gets free throws. Here Maimon backs down Randle, and because Randle doesn't have great length to block shots, Maimon finishes over him. That will be a problem in the NBA. Now watch as Maimon backs down Poitras, and Randle tries to help, but he instead ends up whacking his teammate in the hip. That is the opposite of quick hands. Now here Randle finally plays good defense as Maimon drives into him, but Randle contests the shot and alters it, and Kentucky gets the ball. Now watch as Randle fails to be a rim protector, but then he has a horrible lapse as he sets his foot in bound before passing it to his teammate for the turnover. That is a bad mistake. Now here Randle traps off the shooter, but then when the ball's kicked back, he stands there with his hands out like he has no clue what to do. He doesn't contest the shot, he doesn't box anybody out, and even though Tennessee misses the good look, they get the offensive rebound and the putback. Now watch as McCray cuts backdoor on Randle, and even though Stokes misses him, McCray gets solid rebounding position, and Tennessee misses a couple putbacks before the ball finally goes out of bounds off of Randle. Now let's see his pick and roll defense, as Maimon screens Aaron Harrison at the top of the screen, and Randle just watches as Richardson waltzes right by him. Fortunately, he blows the wide open layup, and to his credit, Randle blocks the putback by Maimon, but that is awful defense nevertheless. So let's see what he has in store offensively to offset his defensive woes. He smacks up with Jerron Maimon, who's not a shot blocker, and right here he backs him down and hits the nice hook shot, but that is getting blocked more often in the NBA than it is in college. Here he hits a nice catch and shoot three, which isn't a large part of his college game, but it is something that can be developed to add an extra dimension to his pro game. And again, he hits a nice pull-up jumper here. That's something that I really think is important for him to be a successful pro. Here he gets a nice putback dunk, and he doesn't leave the ground very much, but it is a good play nevertheless. I'm not really sure exactly what he's trying to do here, as he dribbles into the teeth of the defense, gets stripped and turns it over. Then he lies there like a beached whale instead of getting back in transition. Fortunately, Willie Cauley-Stein forces the turnover 4-on-5, and Julius Randle is back for the easy basket, except he gets stripped and blows the easy opportunity, so not the best sequence for him there. The impression I get watching Randle is that he's not sharp enough to make crisp decisions on the fly, so he pre-commits his decisions in advance like he does here when his body language is committed to the pass. He gets away with it in college due to his superior tools, but this might become a bigger issue in the pros. Here again, his teammate forces a turnover, which gives a great transition opportunity that he blows by being out of control and getting stripped. Now, I actually think he's better on face-up drives than he is as a post-up receipt. There, he creates contact, finishes through, and one. Once again, on the face-up drive, he gets fouled for free throws. He just seems to be more effective doing this than he does in post-ups to me. Look at how tough it is for Randle to get this shot off in the paint, as he needs to contort his body and throw up an off-balance shot that barely rolls in. I just don't buy that as a go-to move for an NBA star. Here on the face-up drive, he finds James Young in the corner, and Young nails the three. I believe he was pre-committed to that pass as he is to this one, but it's hard to complain too much when he creates two great looks for Young, and Young nails both of them. Not really sure what Randle was thinking on this play as he drives into the trap on the baseline, and then when he has nowhere to go, he forces the issue anyway, and he turns it over, which leads to a transition layup for Tennessee. Check out the replay. Absolutely nothing good is going to happen here, and that is horrible feel for the game on Randle's part. Here's more evidence that Randle makes decisions in advance, as he's already committed to the pass, but when Thompson steps into the passing lane, it's too late to change his mind, and the ball is deflected for a near turnover. Here Randle tries to bully his way into the paint as he throws up an off-balance shot that misses, but he's bailed out with the foul call for free throws. Again, Randle tries to bully his way into the paint as he pushes off of Maimon, and he's stripped for the turnover. In transition, Andrew Harrison makes a nice strip of McCray, and Randle lazily pursues the loose ball that goes out of bounds to Kentucky, yet Randle is oddly credited with a rare steal. As you can see, he had a nice final line and Kentucky ended up winning, so it's easy to see why people like him, but there is an abundance of red flags nevertheless.